right.
Good morning.
Good morning, Rabbi Sai. As you can see, I'm not wearing a tie, so it's... What day is it? I don't even know what day it is.
It's Monty Yom Kippur in Chicago.
It's Tuesday morning. What day is it? I don't even know what it is.
Monday night. Monday night.
It's not night. It's daytime. What are you guys saying? How's everybody's fast?
Thursday night.
How's everybody's fast? How's everybody's davening? I hope you had a davening like hours. By the way, I'm wearing my gangster suit that I left in Chicago. This is what I found as I was running out of the house. I don't know if you could see. Mom,
we never saw that suit, Eli.
I know. It's only for Chicago. It's not for the island to see. This is an Al Capone suit. So, the shul that I davened in had the famous Chazan Shimi Ray indoors, and they had a big tent, beautiful tent that they set up. It's already set up for months. Outside, so I chose the outside version because I'm Kiminag Eretz Yisrael. To my big mazel, it rained like crazy. It was maybe 50 degrees if we were lucky. It was very cold. I didn't bring a coat, of course. I was out from Eretz Yisrael, so it was very interesting. The Fum Tzara Agro, the kids complained, the women complained, but you could go in if you want. But inside was like full of Corona and stuff. It's like 60 people with the air conditioner moving around. I don't know. Everybody's wearing a mask. They all behaved. So Baruch Hashem was beautiful. Beautiful tefillah. I hope everybody's tefillah was in Skabel. I hope it's going to be a year of continued growth in Torah, in Yerushalayim, Hatzlacha, Parnasa, Gesund. Enough of this davening in tents and davening with masks. Unbelievable. I'm sure everybody, when they were saying Umiga Bamagefa, it takes on a whole new meaning.
They started earlier. They did it out loud, starting from Magifa.
Last year at this time, nobody dreamt when we were saying when it's on a takeoff or any of these things that we're going to be in a matzah like this today.
What are we moving your computer down?
Down?
Then
Why?
YouTube able to see it.
Oh yeah? Are you able to see it on YouTube?
Yeah, a little bit.
That's why I told you have to be in charge. Shkoyach.
Now.
Hold on, let me push this whole thing down maybe.
Yep, you're.
Okay.
Okay, that's better. That's better. Now it's up and okay. Now it's off.
Oh,
You can still okay.
no, let me go back a little bit. As long as we have the
You can see-
internet is up and running.
You can see a tip of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, push back a little bit.
Okay. No, it's okay.
That thing has to be higher maybe. All right, so here we are. Rabbi side, it's a beautiful thing that some people came out here. It's not like a full house or anything, but still to learn Motzei Yom Kippur after a fast with the headaches and everything else. It's all about the Yomi every single day. We learn, and this is one of the days I like to mention always. Yom Kippur. We learn on Yom Kippur. We learn on Tisha B'Av. We learn on Sukkot. Chol Hamoed. We always learn. That's the beauty of the Daf Yomi. Y'all, you're unmuted for some reason.
No.
Somebody mute y'all.
No,
or
and
go.
not me.
No, you're not muted. I can see that you're not muted. All right. So
I didn't
Rabbi
join the
Sai, so-
audio.
we had you're probably familiar with the story. I have a very good friend. His name is Yaakov Mordechai Zaks. Reb Yaakov Mordechai Zaks. He's a manal somewhere next to Pesach, right next to Pesach. He's a Magid very chashuv person. I was just chavruso when I learned in Pesach, and then we went together to Eretz Yisrael to the Mir. We learned to the Mir, and as you know the story, we were sitting in the Mir. We were that one row facing the whole base measures. We were by the window, like literally, here is the window, like right over here, there's a window. That's where we were. The Aruch Kodesh was right next to us to the right, literally like over here. And we had a good thing going on in learning. I used to tell him what I thought in learning, and he would argue with me and he would laugh at it. So I came up with this trick. For a few days, I'll tell him, I saw in the Pnei Shua this unbelievable kasha. He said, oh, that's a good kasha. Wow. No, what does he say? I said, I don't know. You have to look in the Pnei Shua. And then the next day, I'll tell him I saw the Stipler as a kasha. And then I'll tell him the Teretz from the Rekiv Eger. And this is all my stuff. And anytime I quoted a name, he was okay with it. So I see Mark Ashkenazi never heard the story. So the people that are new to the shir don't know the story. So we're doing Chazar Shir. The question is that something that's allowed Api Halacha to do? Could you trick somebody like that? That's what we're going to learn. One of the things we're going to learn today, whether I was over on any Yisurim or not. Before I go on, I need to mention that just tonight, I got this box. I'm pretty sure it says Admar of Eli Stefansky, so I want to say that, the guy that calls me Admar is Harry Shalom. But I don't know. I literally opened it right before I came to share. But look what we have in here, Rabbi side. You think you've seen it all? Well, we're not done. We got the socks. The socks. No, we're not done. We're not done. We got the T-shirt.
I love the T-shirt.
But here, this is the kicker, Rabbi side. This is even better than what my mother sent me to yeshiva in that onesie. It doesn't even have toes on the bottom. So, beautiful stuff. What else is here? I don't know. I didn't even have a chance. Another T-shirt, another mug, two of everything. Okay, beautiful. There's even 2 pairs of socks. Me and my wife to go matching. Beautiful. All right, Yishkoyach, whoever sent it, I'm pretty sure it's Harry Shalom. If not, I'll find out later. All right, so Zok Tehillah Gemara holding to today's Daf Nun Aleph, 50 Daf, literally 50 Daf in Eruvin. Incredible stuff. We only have another 50 to go, and then it's like smooth sailing through Shas, Sachin, Sukkah, Yuma, Evav Kama, all that stuff. Says the Gemara. Omash Visasi, 2 lines from the bottom of Daf Nun Beis. Says in the Mishnah, if a person says, I want to reside under that tree, I didn't bring the picture, but you all know what the picture is. I'm standing 2,000 amas away, and I have a tree 2,000 amas ahead, and I say exactly where in the tree I want to be. If I don't say where I want to be and it's a large tree, then I don't know if I'm in the far part of the tree, the closer part of the tree. But if I say, I'm able to hear that. Please shut it off, thanks. So, I'll wait. Okay, thanks. So, when I say exactly where it is, it's on the trunk of the tree, then I'm okay. But, Omash Vistosi Bikori Mahal, Mimokim Ragel Badi Kori Al Paim Amo, 2,000 Amo, Umikori Lebesoy Al Paim Amo, Nimtzo Mahalech Mishachashechar Basalofim Amo. So, Rabbi Isai, I'm asking, please, if it's gonna be noise, I'm gonna just have to record from my house. The way it works is we need quiet. Thank you. Shvisose Bikari, it's Motzei Yontiv. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get my coffee yet, and these guys are driving me sugar already. I don't know what I said even. If a person says, I am going to reside by the trunk of the tree, you go 2,000 amo. So from that tree, you get another 2,000 amo, and therefore a total 4,000 amo. Top of Nun Aleph Amud Aleph. It must be, says Rava, that it's on condition that you could get there if you run. Meaning, you don't have to run there, but you have to be able to get to the tree if you run. But it says that it's too late already. He's walking and it became dark. He can't go any further. Says the Gemara, no, it doesn't mean that it got that dark that he can't get to the tree. It means it got so dark he can't get to his destination, the final destination of his house. That's what it means. Or it's the same idea but different. What does it mean choshlo? It's so dark that if he walks, as he's walking now, he's walking slowly, he's not going to make it there. But if he runs, he will make it. The bottom line is, in both of these pshatim, Rava says that he must be able to get there before it becomes dark. If he can't get there, then it's no good. Does he have to physically get there? No. But he has to be able to get there. Again, that whole Yisoid, like we keep on saying throughout Shas, if you could do it, even though you don't do it, it's okay. Says Gemara, Rabbi Yosef, Havakol Ozla Burcha. There's a Maisa, but it's in the Eruvin story. So Rabbi and Rabbi Yosef, the duo, Rabbi and Rabbi Yosef, were walking. Amalei Rabbi and Rabbi Yosef, the Heishviso Seinu to say Diklo de Sovel Achua. He specified the tree. It's a tree that's a palm tree that holds up its brother. It's holding up another tree. Very long, some say, no, not that tree. To say Diklo the Parik More Mikroga, it gives enough fruit for the owner to pay his taxes. The bottom line is, it was a very specific place, a very specific tree. He knew where he wanted to be shayvus. So Rav Yosef says, I don't know where that tree is. In Hebrew, it's a common saying. Smochalai. You can rely on me. Don't worry about it. Rely on me. I have your back. I'll do the shvisa for you. This is not Rav Yosef. This is Rav Yosef, the Tana. If two are walking and one knows the location, he knows the fence over there on that corner, the other guy doesn't, he's never here before. The one who knows, the one who doesn't know, gives over, he says, please do it for me. By the way, over here it says Mefurish Shvisa Seinu. Remember, yesterday we were learning, and it says Shvisa Soy, and the Garis on the side Shvisa Seinu. Here's Mefurish Shvisa Seinu, because one person is doing it for two, so Shvisa Seinu. Okay, so one guy is the agent for the other one. He's the shliach, and he says, "I am being shoyves. We are being shoyves, not I. We are being shoyves by that particular tree that's holding up its brother, the giant tree that has enough fruit to give out." Right? I keep on saying, when I met this guy in Bet Shemesh, he's a firm guy now, Balshuva, who raises German shepherds, and he sells them here in the States. Some of them that he trains them to smell money. Some of them he trains to smell a certain bug in a palm tree. That this bug could destroy a palm tree. And the German Shepherd knows which tree it has it, which you have to treat it or not, because each palm tree puts out at least $5,000, I think he said, or maybe more, of dates a year.
Like
so that's what he said. What?
It's like Haftarah today. Right now.
Well, that was something else. Different type of tree. But anyway. Kikayan. So, this is a palm tree, whatever it is, that pays up his taxes. It's such a powerful tree. Anyway, says the Gemara Velohi. The Gemara says an amazing thing here. Velohi. So he said, Velohi. It's not true. Rabba told Rav Yosef that Rav Yosef says, it's a Mefurish Rav Yosef, he tells him. Says the Gemara Velohi. He lied to him. Rav Yossi never said this at all. Rabba wanted Rav Yosef to accept it from him, that he should rely on him and let him do the Erev for him. So why did he pick Rav Yossi? Because Rav Yossi, we had it a few times already. We just had it recently. The halacha is like Reb Yossi. His svara is beautiful. And then we also had the other day, Yossi, we passed on Reb Yossi over Reb Yehuda, Reb Meir, Reb Shimon. So he picked Reb Yossi. He knew that if he says Reb Yossi, Reb Yossi will agree. Says the Magen Avraham, please mute your thing.
I'm mute.
Make sure it's muted, this thing's not muted. Says the Magen Avraham, from over here you see that you're allowed to lie, and to say that the halacha is from a very hush of a person. Let's say you heard a halacha. You heard it from a local rabbi. You allowed to lie? You allowed to lie and say, I heard it from Rav Moshe Feinstein. That's what Amud Aleph says. From here you see this thing. So, but he asked, the Amud Aleph asked, but it says in Masechtas Kal, whoever lies and says he heard it from a certain person, you masalik the Shechina. You make the Shechina go away. So the Yoel Rabbah brings three tirutzim. The bottom line is, two of its tirutzim, he says, you're allowed to lie if it's an anonymous halacha. So you heard a halacha, you don't know what, so you say, you throw in, it's from Reb Yossi. But if, let's say, it was from Reb Meir, you're not allowed to say, oh, it's Reb Yossi. That's in Salad Shechina. And another pshat is, he says, if you make up your own thing, your own Torah, and you put a gadol's name on it, that's Misalat Shechina. So the end of that story is, by the way, with Reb Yaakov Mordechai Zaks, you get when I told him the truth, that everything, I said, why is it when I say it for my own name, you yell at me, you make fun of me, but when I say it in the name of a gadol, you agree? Obviously you're not listening to what I'm saying. So he took my yarmulke and threw it out the window, right like this, in the front of the whole mirror. So I had to go out of the mirror, walk from the front to the back, without a yarmulke, people looking at me. I was going like this, whatever, the whole thing. And I said, you get it. No, you get it. You're never going to do that to me again. And that's it. Fine. Last time I said the story, I don't know, a few months ago, so somebody wrote in an email that he asked me about more Zaks. His son, I think, learned. And it's a true story. He said a little different, man. I don't remember what he said. Anyway, he was right. So now we come. Bottom line is, I deserve my yarmulke to be thrown out. Why? Misalik the Shechina. Oh, unbelievable. He's Mechavin El Emes. I just chab now. When you lie like that, you misalik the Shechina. As he says, what is the whole yarmulke? The whole yarmulke is to show that you're not in the same realm as HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You're just misalik the Shechina anyways. Get out of here. Take your yarmulke out of here. Shegets. Fine. A moichelim b'leiv shalom. Nice, a good story came out of it. It's good. All right, Zoki Gemara.
What's the whole thing with Aaron? Used to go around saying in order to make peace, he would say, "Oh, so and so said he'd be willing to forgive and say I'm sorry."
Yeah, okay. He's asking, what about Aaron HaKohen? That's for Shalom. That's different. This is Stam for Torah. I'm pretending that my kash is a good kash that I saw in the Bnei Yeshua. I was trying to see if he's really a lamdan and he really holds that my Torah is shlusim or not. All right, says the Gemara. Maybe makir she'eni baki. Says the Gemara. Hani alpayim amoichem ksivan. Where do you see the concept of 2,000 amos? The sign of shvush ishtachtov. So that we had the other day, that the concept of 4 amos is from tachtov, right? A person is 3 amos and he stretches his hands on top of him or below him. Is it exactly 4 amos? It's slightly more, but it's 4 amos. Then shvush tachtov elu arba isal yitzish mim koimoy. But from the pasuk yitzish mim koimoy, those people who went out to look for man elu alpayim amo. From here you learn 2,000 amo. So first of all, what happened was, they went out to look for man on Shabbos. Moshe Rabbeinu told them, so the guys that went out to look, Moshe Rabbeinu said, Shvu ishtachto, you can't move. You busted the tchum, stay right here where you are. But everybody else, he told them, look, you get 2,000 am. Minolam, but where do you see it from this pasuk? You learn makim from makim and makim from nisa and nisa and nisa and nisa megvul 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 mechutz mechutz mechutz. Everything's understood. Gevaldik, we'll go weiter. But Lemaiser Aboisai, I made one of the longest charts I ever made. Here, just. Oh, wow. Matzi Yontif, sorry. So, this is very, very posh. It says in the pasuk, Al Yetze Ishmim Koimei B'Yom HaShvi, in Shmoy's Perik Design, pasuk Chavtes. If you see over here, it says Al Yetze Ishmim Koimei, the Koimei is red. This is, I don't know, I have a terrible memory, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say that this is the longest Gzeir Shava in Shas. I might be wrong. It's very possible that 5 daf ago we had a longer one and I forgot. But I'm just going to, from my shvacha memory, I'm going to say that this is the most words. We're trying to say that this pasuk al yetze ish mikoymai equals 2,000 am. How? Very simple. I'll tell you how. Because in this pasuk it says the word mikoymai. In this pasuk, in Shmois Chof Aleph pasuk Yud Gimel, it says makoym. But in the same pasuk, in red, you see? So mikoymai, makoym, same. In the same pasuk it says asher yonos, in blue, yonos. And then another pasuk, Bamidbar Lamed Hey, it says asher yonos, blue equals blue. But in the same pasuk, there's a purple gvul. So now we take Xer Shava to the next pasuk, to Bamidbar Perek Lamed Hey, pasuk Ches, Hey. It says Masay Segoy Adam, don't look at the green yet, ligvul. So purple, gvul. In the same pasuk, this green word, nechotz. And finally in the fifth pasuk, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 words of Zer Shava. And finally we get to green, chutz. And chutz over here by the Leviim, it says that the Leviims, the city of a Levi, the Leviim city, you have a barrier, a buffer, let's call it a buffer, of 2,000 amas. The first 1,000 amma, you can't plant anything, and afterwards you plant. So it's 2,000 amma. Oh, so you see the concept of 2,000 amma. So bottom line is, because it says in this pasuk, usually Xer Shava is, I have a word here and I have a word there. So in the pasuk of 2,000 amma, it says the word mechutz. The big problem is that the pasuk al yetze ish mepesach memukoyma b'yom hashvi doesn't say the word chutz. Oh, I can get you chutz. How? Because in the pasuk of al yetze it says mekoyma. In a different pasuk it says makar. In the same pasuk it says yonos. In a different pasuk it says yonos, which also says gvul. And gvul it says another pasuk gvul, and which says also mechutz. Mechutz. Rabbi said this is halacha Moshe Sinai. This is not made up from Tanaim. This Moshe Rabbeinu brought down from Sinai and said this exact Xer Shava. Otherwise, you could just go on forever. You could take any concept and bring it over. You said this word. Fine. So let's see it inside.
Oh wait, the YouTube sound is not coming out clear. Is there anything that
It's not coming out clear?
anything
Oh,
not connected?
see if that's pushed in completely.
I did push them before it was out. Everything else is good. Everything's right.
Yeah. Hold on. Maybe this guy over here. Still not. What do you mean it's not? Who's telling you it's not good? Gary?
1787. He said it's better now.
It's better now. Okay, just talking about it usually makes it better. Avi, is it okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, YouTube is fine.
You missed Mondo. Mondo wasn't here before.
Oh, really? By their own Korn Bluth? Hold on, he's talking about my anicle. Mondo. Okay, I have a different one. I gave that one up. We have a new one. I adopted the leopard. They cut his nails. He's a lot better than a dog. All right. Sorry, Doron. He's yours forever. Okay. So let's see inside here. It says Ayetze ish mimkoymai, right? Mimkoymai was red in the chart. Al yetze ish mimkoymai. Like 4 lines before it gets wide. 5 lines. Elu al payimama. Minalan Omer Chizil Lamanu Makim Makim. Because it says in one pasuk Makim. It says the second pasuk Makim. In that pasuk that says Umakim, Umakim Nisa. It also says the word Nisa. Yanos, it says over there. Vinisa Menisa. Now once it says Yanos, so I take another pasuk that says the word Yanos. So I have Nisa Menisa. Now in that pasuk, the second pasuk that says Yanos, it also says Gvul. So I learned Nisa Migvul. So once I have the word Gvul, I go to another pasuk that has the word Gvul. It says Gvul, Ugvul Migvul, Ugvul Mechutz. In the same pasuk that says Gvul, it also says the word Chutz. And in the pasuk that says Chutz, that's the pasuk we're looking for, Chutz Mechutz. Finally, we have Xer Shava. We get to the 5th pasuk called Chutz. And Chsiv, Umad Doise Mechutz La'ir, as Paas Kedma, Paas is a corner. Alpayim Bo'amo, 2,000 Amo. As the Gemara of V'nelef Mikira Ir V'chutza Elef Amo, the same city of Levim has another measurement of 1,000 Amo, and that is the first 1,000 Amo has to lay fallow. You can't plant over there. So maybe Tchum should be 1,000 Amo. Now, by the way, obviously, most hold that Tchum is only the Rabbanan. So this is just going to be an Asmachta. According to Rabbi Kiva, it's Gevaldik, it's a real Gzer Shava. Fine. Danim chutz mechutz, vein danim chutz mechutza. Over there it says the word chutza by the 1,000 amma. So I cannot learn from the word chutza because it's not similar to the word chutz. You see? Look over here in the pasuk. The greens, mi chutz and mi chutz, they're identical. So it's a perfect zera shava. The word chutza doesn't fit in here. Thank you, Yoel. Thank you. Yoel is a mamish, a big tzaddik. He's very on top of the water. And now he's not talking very loud, and he's also putting everything on mute, so everything is going to be gewaldig. Yoel, yishkoyach. Darim chutz michutz vein darim chutz michutza. Ask the Gemara, umay nafkemina. Hatanid Beri Shmuel. This question is brought down in Shas 11 times at least. And usually the same exact answer. In different sugyas. All different places. Tanid Beri Shmuel. This is the first time, if you just started Shas in Brachas, this is the first time since the beginning of Shas, but you'll be very familiar with it by the time you finish Shas. But what is the difference if the word is not exact? It is michutza instead of michutz. There shouldn't be any difference. Why? Hatana de Beri Bishmal v'shav hakoyin uba hakoyin. That the word shav and the word ba, we use them as exerir shav, even though they actually they almost mean the same thing, but not really. One, v'shav means he returned, uba means and he came, but they mean the same thing. Zui shiva, zui bia. It's the same thing, and I can learn Exer Shava. What is going on here? So there's a very long Rashi here that explains the halachas of a Bayis HaMenuga. If there's a house that has tzoras, instead of a person has an affliction, the house has an affliction, it's betama everything. The kohen comes, it's a whole lengthy procedure. The kohen comes and checks it. And then v'hizger HaKohen, he closes off the house. He comes back a week later, and if pasa hanega, the nega grew, so he does chayletz kaitzevetach. So it's a procedure. He removes the stone, replaces, he takes out the plaster around it, puts the new stone in, puts it back. And he leaves another time for a week. And if he comes again, and it's again, if it's the same thing, pasa nega, then the Torah says he has to break down the house. But we learn because of this Gzeir Shava, Uba HaKoyin, V'Shava HaKoyin, Uba HaKoyin, he doesn't break it down. That they're similar, we make a Gzeir Shava for the second time that comes to check to the first time. Just like the first time he didn't knock down the house, he just took out 3-4 bricks wherever it's afflicted, wherever the affliction is, so he takes that out, so you spare the entire house. You don't have to knock down the house. How do we learn that? V'Shava HaKoyin, but it's not Gzeir Shava. Chutz and chutz is great. Mi chutz, he got all nervous. He said, no, it's a different word. But over here, it's a completely different word. It's v'shav and uba. Nevertheless, I make exer shava. Why? I should definitely be able to make exer shava with the word chutza. Says the Gemara, the Avi's answer. We say this answer over and over and over in Shas. Over there, there's no other word that says uba to make exer shava. So the only one similar is v'shav and uba. But over here, we have identical words, michutz and michutz. I much rather learn an identical word from an identical word and teach us 2,000 amas than learn the word michutz from the word michutza, which is similar but it's not the same, and give me 1,000 amas. Because I could learn 2,000 amas from an identical word. Why should I use it? Over there also, we would also do Gzeir Shava, Vishav, let's say, if we had that other word, but we don't have it. So when you don't have a word, you can use a word that's similar. But when you have the option to do identical words, then you must use the identical word. Says the Gemara, 2,000 amma. We had a machlokes. Is it 2,000 amma radius or in a square? The nafkimina was that the square you gain the corners, extra 800 amma. So here, this one I did remember to bring. Could you see it? Do we go with the blue circle or do we go with the red square? If we go with the red square, we get this extra area, which equals from here to here another 800 amma. which we're going to have soon also, it's 1.4 on the angle. Fine. Ask the Gemara. But where did Reb Chanina ben Atignois get his svara? Is like Gzeres Shava, Peyos Ksivan. If he holds of this whole Gzeres Shava, then look what it says over here. Pa'as. Pa'as is the corner. So it says in the pasuk, you have to learn the whole pasuk. And the pasuk says you do a square. Let's say he doesn't hold the Gzeres Shava. So then how does he know the whole concept of 2,000 amma? Says the Gemara, of course he holds the Gzeres Shava. Shani hachadam akro zeyeh lohem b'rishayarim. So it says in the pasuk zeyeh, this right over here by the Leviim 2,000 zeh and peyois v'yatanois and peyois l'shoivsei hashabos. This pasuk right over here, all the way at the end of the pasuk, it's a very long pasuk, no room to fit it in here. But all the way at the end it says, Ze yele migrishei ha'arim, that this pasuk is referring to, the pa'as part is referring to, I forgot to mention also, I stuck in the next word, even though I should have stopped here, Kedma alpayim, because over here, ba'ama is a very famous trop, you probably remember, it's karnei para. I don't know if it's more than once in the Torah even. Who knows? One or twice, I don't know how many times. Only once, says the Balkaira Menachem Ateh, Yishkoyach, Boamos, I stuck it in there. It's a very special trop, so you remember this pasuk. Anyway.
And before that is Yerech ben Yomi, which is also only once.
Oh really? Alpayim is, you mean this upside down is Snachta is Yerech ben Yomi?
Yes.
You see, I didn't even know that. But what does it sound like? You want to give us a little... Come on, Menachem, let's hear it. From the Yerech ben Yomi.
I don't know how to do Yerech ben Yomi. If someone knows how to do it, let me know.
No, Boama. No. Let's hear. Two Tlishas. Okay, beautiful. Shkoyach. From Menachem Ateh. I missed you today, by the way. All right. No, he's not listening, is he? Oh my gosh.
Mondo could probably do it.
Yeah. So you're saying it's just it's a trop that nobody in this world knows how to do. It's there, it's in the thing, but nobody knows.
I didn't say that. I don't know. I didn't say nobody.
Okay, watch this. Rabbi Schoenberg is going to jump out of his seat now, and he says he knows how to do it. He has a sefer that tells you exactly how to do it. Right, Rabbi Schoenberg? Shake your head. Shake your head if you know how to do it. He knows it. Okay. He shook his head.
Rabbi Schoenberg, you can speak. We unmuted you, Rabbi Schoenberg.
It's actually more often in Nach. It's only once in Torah. But,
What, Yerech ben Yomi?
yeah.
No, so let's say you do Yerech ben Yomi. No?
I'm not about Torah.
Not about Kair. Okay. But you think, does anybody know how to do it today, Rabbi Schoenberg?
I'm sure.
Oh, you're sure? Okay. We don't know anybody yet. Okay, fine. When you find out, let us know. Yeah? Nah. If Menachem Ateh doesn't know, Rabbi Eisenberg doesn't know. Fine, next. Zog the Gemara. You know where Menachem Ateh is? Please. He's the Bal Koira in Ramat Bet Shemesh in Bnei Yeshivas. Come on. Anyway, Zog the Gemara. Good vach, everybody. Good vach. I mean, thanks Menachem for being on. I didn't see you, but Shalom Aleichem. How you doing? So it's a miut. Zeh. The halach of payah that you go to the corner is only for migrishei ha'arim for the Levi. V'Rabbanan tani Rav Chanani oimer k'zeh you kol shoivsi Shabbos. No. Rabbanan say that it's actually teaching us for everything else. Everything. Not only the Leviim, but also Shabbos, by Tchom. You go into the corner, you don't do a circle. Amazing halacha. You would never think about this. We know that you have 4 amas in Rosh Hashanah. Everybody has 4 amas. So if you're stuck, you get a 4 amas. Now, if you walk, if you metaltal, you carry 4 amas in Rosh Hashanah, and you're only chayav if you go to the angle of 4 amas, meaning you have to go from here to here. which is 1 3/5 more, 6 3/5. See, like that. The angle of a square, not like we would think, going straight 4 amas. Rather, the most you could possibly go in a 4 amas square, which is the angle of 4 amas. What? Diagonals. That's the word. Thank you. The diagonal. What I said, the angle. The diagonal of the square. Thank you. Oh, somebody. Shkoyach for helping. Bemet. Hey, Bodek Rava. So Rava tested us, says Rav Papa. Amud B'Rishus Harabim. If you have a beam in Rishus Harabim, Gavoya Asara V'Roich Avdalad, we know that creates Rishus Hayach in the middle of Rishus Harabim. You have a beam that's 10 tvachim high and 4 tvachim wide. Do you need a square, or is a circle also good? 4 tvachim in a circle, from side to side. The diameter is 4 tvachim, but you don't have a square. Maybe that's also a Rishus Hayach. V'amrin Lav Hainu the Rav Chananyo the Sanyo Rav Chananyo Omer Kozeh you Kol Shoifsi Shabbos. So this is what Rav Chananyo said, that when it comes to Hilchos Shabbos, you need a square. Fine. The Shulchan Aruch actually brings that in Rishus HaYachid, they were mashmit this halacha that you need a square. All the Ramah argues on the Shulchan Aruch, but all the Rishonim and the Gra also, the Mishabura brings, since the Gain and all the Rishonim, I don't know why he brings the Gain as if, but that's how he brings him. He says all the Rishonim and the Gain, therefore we take out this halacha. Fine. V'zeu sha'amru. So a short akdama, it's not. There's 2 eruvim that we learned about. There's an eruv that you say right here where I am, I'm making my eruv. This is where I'm shoivas, right? Or you fast forward somewhere. You say that place over there where I'm not yet there, I want to be there in the future. That's where my eruv is going to be. How does he do that? That's with words. Now, what is the main part of an eruv? What is an eruv? That's what we're going to learn. Is an eruv the bread that you put down? Is that the main halacha of eruv? Or the main halacha of eruv is you being there physically? V'zeu shomru ha'ani ma'arev b'raglav. Omer Reb Meir. So we learned in the Mishnah, excuse me, this is what they said, that ani, meaning a person that doesn't have food, right? Ani means a person that doesn't have 2 sudas. He makes an eruv by him physically being there. Or Meir anu ein lanu ela ani machlokes. Meir Rabbi Yehuda. Meir says even someone that does have food could make an eruv by physically being there. Omer Rav Nachman machlokes b'mikoymi. Oh, I didn't realize you guys have work today, but by us it's Matzah Yantav. What do you mean? We can go overboard. Ay vey.
We only have 7 more minutes.
Ay vey. There's no slichas. No slichas. You guys can be late. Omer Rav Nachman. Machlokes b'mikoymi. The machlokes is when a person says right over here. Machlokes between Reb Meir and Reb Yehuda is when he says I want to be shovis over here where I am. In other words, right further 2,000 amas from where I am. Of course, it doesn't work according to everybody. But over here, where I am, which is easier, that's where we have a machlokes. That what? The Reb Meir sava ikir eruv b'pas. Reb Meir says the main part of an eruv is pas, returning to Daf Aleph Amud Beis, 50 daf into Eruvin, sponsored by Mark Steinberg. Schus Shidduch for his son Yitzchak Pesach Yehuda ben Meir Yosef, and by Mr. Anonymous Hatzlach in Yiddishkeit, and a schus for his family to be Torah Yidden. Oni uda kilu rabbanon ilavei. The special kula that they said a person that doesn't have a meal, he could make an eruv without a meal. Aval asher lai, person has food, let him make an eruv with bread, with the meal. Rabbi Yehuda savaik eruv beregel, and the machlokes would be the Rabbi Yehuda holds no. The main part of an eruv is being physically there. Therefore, ani v'echad asher. So it doesn't matter even if you're wealthy, you can make an ani wealthy. Meaning, even if you have 2 sudas, You don't have to use your food for the Eruv. You could use your feet, your presence, because that's even better than food. I'm not complaining. But if I say, I would like to make my Eruv a mile away, 2,000 amos away, not a mile, half a mile away, whatever. This does not work. Even Rabbi Yehuda agree it doesn't work for someone that has a Suda. It only works for an Ani. There's no machlokes far away because that's the harder case to wrap our heads around. And Rabbi Yehuda doesn't agree to that. Even Rabbi Yehuda admits that if you have a meal, you have to send your meal there. You can't just say it. V'zui sha'amru. I wanted to make a whole thing, but Motzei Yom Kippur, I didn't have time to do this Mishnah to show it, but we'll have to do it from inside. V'zui sha'amru. Man katani la. When it says in the Mishnah that a ani, Zui sha'amru, this is what they said, that a ani can make an Eruv with his feet. Who says it? Reb Meir. Why? Why Reb Meir? Because according to Reb Yehuda, there's no difference between a poor person and a rich person. Between someone that has a Suda. Even a rich person can make an Eruv with his feet. So when the Mishnah says, this is why you can only make a Eruv, this is how you can make an Eruv with the feet, it's talking about an Ani. It's not an Ani, it's Al Shirosa. So that is going according to Reb Meir, because Reb Meir is the one that says only an Ani.
Different than the first Mishnah Shabbos where it talks about the Ani?
No. Over there, it's just Ani means outside and inside. It's similar, the idea is similar. Over there in Masechet Shabbos, we call an Ani not a poor person, someone that's outside. Over here also, we call a poor person someone that doesn't have 2 meals. Similar, yeah. But it's not a poor person. Just the way to call someone that doesn't have a meal. It's longer. It's only 3 letters, and one of them is a yud. It's tiny. It says somebody that doesn't have a meal. It's very long. So you call him an ani. It says the Gemara v'hayo koi. What part? The part of the Mishnah says if a person is an amaritz, he doesn't know the halacha, or he doesn't know where the trees are, so we give him this kula. And when it says that bread is only there for a kula, Rabbi Yehuda. But we're saying that bread is for a kula, but according to Reb Meir, bread is the main part of the Eruv. So that goes according to Rabbi Yehuda. Rav Chizda goes down a little bit. Machlokes, he makes a kula according to everybody. Machlokes bin mokim ploini, the opposite. The machlokes is when I say I want to make the Eruv far away from me. The Rabbi Meir savar oni in asher loy, even that Rabbi Meir says asher not. Rabbi Yehuda savar echad oni v'echad asher. Before we were saying that Rabbi Yehuda agrees that asher not, and now Rabbi Yehuda is saying no, far away, an asher could also make an Eruv. Havo b'mekaymi, right here and then, right where I'm at. Divrei hakol echad ani v'echad asher. Everybody, Rabbi Meir admits that even an asher could do it right here. The ikar Eruv beregel, according to everybody, says Rav Chizda. Everybody, according to Rav Chizda, holds that the main part of an Eruv is you yourself, much better than bread. So if I'm right over here, so what if I'm wealthy? So what if I have food? It's much better to do with yourself than with bread. So of course Rav Meir agrees that somebody who has meals could also do an Eruv right here. So then we just have to explain those 2 lines in the Mishnah. Zui she'amru man katani la Rav Meir. This halacha that a ani makes the Eruv, that's Rav Meir. V'hayo koi misha ba b'derech v'chashcha. And it's going on the part of the Mishnah that's talking about somebody who was walking and it got dark. So it got dark. So if he's an ani, we gave him a special kula that he could do it. Man katani la divrei hakol. Why? Food is is a kula. Why is it kula? Because really you should be making an Eruv with your body. But I said, look, I don't want to be matriach you to go all the way out there and put your Eruv down 2,000 amos away into the desert. So I'll allow you to send out your kid, your shliach. But that's a kula. Who says that? Everybody says that, because now in Rav Chizda, we're saying that the main part of an Eruv, the way to make an Eruv is with your body and not with bread. So when I tell you that I can use bread, that's a kula according to everybody. Right? And the first shot was that bread is the ikr, and your body's a b'di'evet kind of thing. And now we're saying your body's the ikr, and the bread is b'di'evet. The Rav Nachman. So now we have a right Rav Nachman. That the machlokes is right here and now, where I'm at. This is machlokes. But far away, even Rabbi Yehuda agrees that you can't do it if you're a nasher. Echodani, it says, Echodani ve'echodoshim arvim b'pas. Both a person that has food and doesn't have food, you can use bread. V'lo yeitzei asher chutz latchum. A person that has a meal should not go out of the tchum. Rashi on the spot says immediately, it doesn't mean out of the tchum. It's just a way of saying something. But if you want to force yourself and say, but it says chutz latchum, says Rashi, so it can mean the 4 amas that a person has. A person has 4 amas plus 2,000 amas. So it means he went out of his 2,000 amas, but he's still within his 4. Bottom line is, he didn't go out of the tchum. So this is Remeir that says that using yourself is only a b'di'evet. Rabbi Yehuda Omer, Echad Ani v'Echad Arvin B'regel. Even a person that has sudas. Why? Because he holds that the main eruv is with yourself. So here's the point. If you see the words here, it says v'yetzi asher. A person that has meals should go out to wherever he has to make his eruv, and not what? Say it with his mouth. So you see, it doesn't work. V'yetzi asher chutz latchum v'yoymar tehesh v'sasi b'mkoimi. So he should go out there and he should say it right there and then, being there. But he cannot do it remote control and say that I am standing here and my eruv should be over there. V'zeu yikor shel eruv. V'tiru chacham lebal habayis l'shloach eruvoi biyad avdoi biyad benoi biyad shluchoi. And Chachamim said you could use a shliach, use your son, servant, whatever it is, b'shvil lahakal alav, so he doesn't have to go out himself. Omer Rabbi Yehuda, Maisa ba'anshei beis memel. Oh, another Maisa. The people of Memel ba'anshei beis gurion ba'aroima. These people from the place of Aroima. Shoyim nechalkim groigoris v'tzimukim la'aniyim b'shnei b'tzoyres. Nebuch. They would give out raisins to the poor people in the years of famine. So you think it's a couple of raisins? No. People went crazy over these raisins and these dried figs. So they come from far away. There were 4,000, within 4,000 amas of this Aroima place. So they would put a Eruv in the center. They would go halfway, 2,000 amas, sleep there on the ground somewhere, so they could pick up their raisins the following morning. Can you imagine sleeping out in the desert somewhere to get a couple of raisins? That's how hungry they were. It's literally like a Black Friday sale, like trying to get the new Harry Potter book or something, hanging out all night long in middle of the desert, on the floor without a blanket because it's Shabbos. You can't carry a blanket, you can't carry a tent. You're out on the cold desert floor to pick up a couple of raisins. That's the life they had, and we're complaining, Rabbi Yisai. You know, I'm serious. Like if you don't order 3 times from the restaurant every week, the kids start complaining. A couple of raisins. That's all they wanted. A couple of raisins. So, listen to this. The Gemara considers these people wealthy. Why? Because they came from their house. And if they came from their house, they obviously had 2 su'udos in their house. They have 2 su'udos, but they don't have 2 raisins. So in Mela, they had to do this Eruv business. But you see that even though they were wealthy, they had to go to the place of the Eruv. That's what the Gemara wants to prove from here. They're considered wealthy in terms of sudas. They had 2 sudas. Why didn't they just go Shabbos morning from their house, make the Eruv remote control from their house, say 2,000 amas ahead, it's an Eruv? No, because they're Ashirim. And according to Rav Nachman, somebody that has 2 sudas cannot go remote control. He has to go there physically and sleep there. Unreal. So to get the raisins, they slept overnight there. And it's Rav Nachman's fault, because if you hold like Rav Chisda, you don't have to sleep there overnight. Omer Rav Ashi, Masnisin Nami Daika, I can prove from the Mishnah, Diktani. He went out to a city and he was going with his friend, but his friend said, it's too cold, it's too dark, let's go back. So we're going to learn this Mishnah tomorrow, believe it or not, tomorrow, with the Gemara, with everything. So let's just fly through it now, because the Olam needs to go to Shachris. His friend brought him back. He's allowed to go. Whoa, Divrei Rabbi Yehuda, and the Gemara asks, why is he better than the whole city? No one made an Eruv, so why could he go and his friends can't go? We're going to see tomorrow. He has 2 homes. It's 4,000 amas b'neim. Since Kivan the Nafkale le'urcha, since he left to the way Havale Ani, he is considered poor. Not like the Gemara said before. Lamaisa, he's considered poor. Right now, he doesn't have 2 meals. So Memela, he could say, Shvisasi b'makim plani, I'm going remote. And the rest of the city are considered wealthy because they're sitting at home. Alma, kol makim plani ani in asher loy, only a poor person, because it says mafurish, since he's poor, he doesn't have meals. That's why he could say remote, far away. My ear is far away, but a rich person can't. Shma mino. Maser Reb Chia bar Ashi l'Chia bar Rav. Again, we have the same lashon that Chia's Rav's son Chia, he's being taught in front of his father, the famous Rav, Kamei the Rav. Echad ani v'echad ashir. Even a wealthy person, someone that has 2 sudas, could make an eruv with himself being there. I want you to say, finish it off and say that yes, the halach is like Rabbi Yehuda, that you could say Shvisasim Koimi, but not remote control like Rav Nachman says. You cannot do it to a far place. V'zeu zeh for today. I want you to stick in this halach of Rabbi Yehuda. Rabbi, have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful night if you're in Chicago. In the rest of the world. A good gebench yor, a gemar toiv. What do you say now? What's the lashon? A piskatava. Piskatava.
Not yet. Not yet.
A good svittel. Not yet.
I get Vince's only after Sukkot.
That's right.
Here, give me this. Give me that.
Always tell me it's dangerous.
You still say Gemara Chasima Tova till it's
Take a